Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 2nd. You have this poise card, which I love. This lady is being lifted up on a pedestal here, and this unfinished symphony card. So if there's something that you haven't finished up, I would definitely get working on whatever it is, because there could be a lot more success coming in for you with that unfinished symphony card, or a lot more abundance coming in for you as well. And but again, it looks to me like there's something that you have to complete, like a project or something that you've been working towards for a long time. The Strength card says you've been very patient for a long time. The Strength card requires a lot of work, really. She has tamed this lion. That lion represents her inner voice, or her inner demons, her inner critic, and she has her hands in that lion's mouth, and the lion is submitting to her. So she has had to conquer her inner self so that she can be successful. And I think a lot of you Geminis have done exactly that. You have kind of conquered your inner voice, or your inner demons, or whatever you want to call it. And now you are displaying your strength. I always say the Strength card is a display of strength. People are seeing how strong you are because they're watching you stick your hands in the lion's mouth. Maybe not literally, but figuratively. And so a lot of you could be accomplishing a lot at this time. And again, if you're not accomplishing a lot, I think it would be a good time to go accomplish something because, again, it would be worth it. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is kind of like fortune after difficulty, or happy home, happy family. I feel, there's no doubt about it. I think that if you have a family or if you're in a connection, you could be feeling really good right now. But for most of you, I feel this is more saying that things, you're kind of experiencing a little fortune after difficulty. There could be a little bit of a boost coming in for you. So if you've been feeling tired, or if you've been feeling like you don't have the energy to complete something, this might be a small thing, is what I'm trying to say here with the Ten of Cups, because it just kind of feels like a little boost. But again, that's a good thing. I think that you're going to feel more motivated this week, or maybe you're going to feel like you can actually finish that project you've been working on for a long time. Or it could be something else. Maybe I kind of feel like some of you are also maybe cleaning something up, because we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare. And so the Ten of Cups could, the blessing that you're receiving from it could just be a little bit of a boost that helps you get out of the Nine of Swords energy. The Nine of Swords is like having a nightmare and waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. And the Nine of Swords, I always say, is the worst card in the tarot. Everybody worries about the Tower, but I think the Nine of Swords is much worse, because he's in a bad situation, but he isn't in enough pain to make a change. He isn't feeling enough of a challenge to do something differently with his life. But again, I kind of feel like some of you are finally in this place where it's you have to make a change, or you have to do something different. And so you're making the change. And right next to it, we have the Death card. So to me, it says that you're turning your situation around. This kind of looks like a turnaround reading to me. With the Strength card, you have the Page of Pentacles. This would be having the strength to speak up as well. And I also feel that because of the Hierophant right here. The Hierophant is about your belief system, or your belief structure. And a lot of you might have some beliefs that you want to share, or that you need to speak up about. And we have the Eight of Wands at the end here. And so there might be some things that you're afraid to speak up about. But again, sometimes I think when we speak up about things, that's where our true power comes from. And that's when things will start to work. A good example is this channel. When I first started this channel, for the first 4 years of this channel, I pretty much I would tell people I had a YouTube channel, but I wouldn't say, oh, I have a tarot channel, right? But once I'm convinced that once I started telling people exactly what I did, is I owned it, right? And people that I would meet and things like that, then my channel took off. And I'm always convinced that is one of the things that helped me take off, when I did take off, is because I was owning what I did. And I get that feeling for you here, where it's saying that you need to own some sort of belief system, or you need to own your own beliefs at this time. And I think that could be very helpful. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Four of Swords. Again, there is something about family healing here. So again, if you have a family, or if there have been challenges in family, then I feel a lot of you could be healing those things, which is great. I also think that some of you could just be resting, relaxing, recovering with your family, or with people you're close with, and that would be a good idea as well. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior. So there's no doubt about it. You've been through battles, right? The Nine of Wands is about not giving up, and we go up through the Hierophant to the Emperor, The Emperor is about taking control of your reality, Gemini. If we look at him, if we say that you are embracing the Emperor's energy, which I think this reading is basically saying, then it would say that you are taking control of your life, and you could even be taking control of your words. It could be that simple this week. Sometimes I don't think readings have to be about like 900 different things going on in your life. This reading could be as simple as you just taking control of your words and your belief system and sharing your words, and sometimes that's enough. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this meerkat. It says group dynamics, 10 of cups, discussion and and effective leadership. Yes, you are taking the lead. You have this turkey. It says metal, strategy, and service. The turkeys are also symbols of abundance, so you could be creating abundance, but there is definitely something going on here about you like taking the lead in a group of people, or you kind of like controlling a group of people. And I don't mean controlling in a negative way. I'm talking about you just taking the lead in some sort of situation. I feel this is going to be very good for you. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Death card. The Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past. I don't think you're holding on to the past, but I do feel that some of you Gemini people could be holding on to something that is limiting you. So this could be like your current situation, your current job, your current business. And sometimes I feel with the Four of Pentacles, we get into a comfort zone. Nine of Swords is a comfort zone. He has that blanket on his lap on the Nine of Swords, and it represents a comfort blanket. And so sometimes we hold on to a nightmare, just because it's providing something. So this kind of reminds me of the energy of like holding on to a job because it's a job, and maybe you need money, right? Which is totally understandable. So you might be holding on to a situation that's less than favorable, but if you were to release that situation, what would happen? And that's kind of the Four of Pentacles asks us in life. It says what you're holding on to might actually be limiting you, and there could be something greater. Now, I want to stress that I wouldn't just quit your job. Of course not. I think it's a terrible time to do that. But what this could say is it would be a good time to start working on that side hustle. It would be a good time to start saving extra money so that you can eventually quit. It would be a good time to start looking for something else, right? So, and only if you're in that situation, right? If you like your job, then obviously this message isn't for you. But it could be something else in your life as well. So you're going to have to look at your life and see what is limiting you and try to outgrow it. You have the Hierophant, again, probably your most important card here, because the Hierophant is all about your belief system, your belief structure. And again, I think a lot of you are realizing that maybe your thoughts about life are worth sharing, or maybe you're realizing that your thoughts about the way things should be are actually right. Sometimes I think people hold back too much, and they're like afraid to share their beliefs or their plans or goals because they think that those ideas won't be well received. But maybe you're starting to believe in yourself more, is kind of the feeling that I get off of this Hierophant card. And again, this could be beneficial in so many ways. Like in work, it's like maybe you normally hold back, but maybe you're starting to share your ideas more in work. And again, this all looks like something that could lead to a leadership opportunity or growth or abundance. You have the Death card. The Death card, of course, can represent a change. Luckily, I feel that this is what's changing, the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is usually very uncomfortable. So if you're experiencing discomfort in any area of your life, I think that you are going through a change. The other thing I would like to say is that, the king is dead underneath the Death Rider, and we have that Hierophant. So the king he represents established belief. And like I said, I think that there could be some sort of established belief system that exists around you that is coming to an end. Again, this is very Neptune and Pisces energy. Neptune and Pisces is a direct challenge to traditional belief. The Hierophant is traditional belief. So there could be, and a traditional belief could be anything. So, again, there's some sort of ending coming with a belief is what I'm trying to say. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands, which you have twice right here. The Eight of Wands is also communication. This reading is all about your words, so I would definitely speak up this week. The Eight of Wands is also quick success. With the Hierophant, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, gratitude and luxuries, total abundance. A very good card, so I think a lot of you definitely need to speak up. She's also a card of your environment, and a couple years ago, I can't find them on my channel. I don't know what happened to them. I have a feeling I changed the titles on them for some reason, but like 2 years ago, I did environment readings because actually Libra kept getting the Nine of Pentacles, and I was like, there's something going on with people in their environment. And so I think that I wish I could find them because I would share the one that I did for you back then. But, again, I think there's something about your environment, meaning the energy around you or the energy you've put yourself in. And again, a lot of you could be improving your environment. It's a good time to do it. I mean, with all these retrogrades at the end of the year, I think retrogrades are a great time to, clean up your house, your office, the energy around you, and just get the energy flowing in a different way. And the Nine of Pentacles really rewards us when we do that. With the Death card, you have the Page of Swords. See, I think you've been shown a different way as well. The Page of Swords is curiosity, but, again, it's like maybe you've been struggling in relationships, but also maybe you have seen or recently seen an example of a positive relationship and you're like, no, I don't have to be stuck in this situation any longer. Same thing with work. It's like maybe you have seen someone that that has a job that's very positive or more favorable, and you're like, I'm not going to stay stuck in this situation. I feel like this is something that you have seen with that Page of Swords. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this bring love into the situation. You also have this expect powerful change card. So definitely a powerful change coming in for you. I think that, of course, we are in a heart-based time. So bringing love into any situation, doing things out of love is probably the best thing to do. You have the Emperor, the King of Swords, and the Temperance card. I really feel this is you. Again, yes, I understand that the Emperor is Aries, but I think that you are embracing the energy of the Emperor at this time. And I also think that you need to be ready for new opportunity. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here, and he's sitting down, but the whole point of the armor is that he's ready to go at a moment's notice. So whenever an opportunity presents itself, he's going to grab onto it and make it happen, and that's exactly what I would do with the Emperor. You have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords says no rushing at this time. I think during, again, Mercury retrograde, it's never a good time to jump to conclusions or rush anything. He is trying to force this horse to run, and the horse looks stressed out. So the Knight of Swords itself says, do not rush into things. Do not rush anything. Take your time. There's plenty of time, so there's no need to rush. Also, if you have people that are rushing at you, sometimes people will rush in and will tell you something that you feel like you need to freak out about. I can't explain it, but, I'm sure you've all had one of those experiences where someone's freaking out, they're telling you something, and then you find out it's not true later, right? But it causes a reaction inside of you. The Knight of Swords is those reactions where you just freak out all of a sudden because someone made you freak out about something. And the Knight of Swords says, don't do that. It says, if you have that reaction, slow things down and be like, oh, I probably don't need to worry about this because this person might not have all the facts. You have the Temperance card. Temperance is patience. Temperance is turning one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy. So a lot of you could be just trying to improve your situation, which is really the feeling I get from this reading. You go from the Nine of Swords, and then the rest of the reading is kind of improvements that off of the Nine of Swords, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of you are just trying to create a turnaround, which we kind of said at the beginning of the reading. With the Emperor, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I think you're being seen as strong. And if you speak up at this time, I think that people will see you as strong, which we were saying here. It's almost like saying that to get your true rewards, again, you have to claim something, like I said at the beginning of the reading. I think that's what this is really about. It's like saying, instead of just not speaking up or not speaking your mind or not speaking your truth, it's definitely time for you to speak up with the Eight of Wands twice and all this other stuff. And, I think you really will get the rewards for doing it. Yes, with the Knight of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. This is definitely a person rushing in. Again, I've said it before. Between now and 2033, it is like sky is falling energy, meaning that, a friend that you work with could come in and be like, oh my God, I heard everybody's getting fired in our department. But it might not be true, right? So we have to protect ourselves from that energy that makes us have a reaction all of a sudden where we start freaking out and our brain gets ahead of ourselves, right? And we just need to kind of slow that down whenever we feel that, because it's probably not true. And it's not even saying that the person is a liar. It's just saying that they just don't have all the details. They just don't have all the facts. And we need to be careful of the information that we receive because, again, it might not be true. So I kind of feel this is saying, like, be careful or, put boundaries up against rushing thoughts or, people that are rushing in and telling you something. But also, again, be careful of your own thoughts. If you get carried away sometimes thinking the worst, this would say, put boundaries up against that as well. With the Temperance card, you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, work hard, play hard. Temperance is mixing two things together. Same thing with the Two of Pentacles as well. Long story short, I am convinced that this is how life works, that if all we do is work, then we won't make money. If all we do is play, we also won't make money. But if we do both and we fill both our money bucket and our fun bucket, then we will make money, for example, right? So I think that life is all about balance. And this Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. So I think as long as you're balancing the energies, things will go well. If you're only focusing on one side or the other, probably not. Next, you have this Rest and Endings card and this Creator God card. So many creative cards at the end of the year here. So definitely a time of creation. I think that tapping into your creative side or creative energies would be a good idea. I definitely feel like you need rest. There's a lot of movement going on in this reading. Eight of Wands is quick movement, and you have it twice. Knight of Swords is too much movement. He's trying to make something happen way too quickly. So I think slowing things down, taking breaks when you need them, of course, is a good idea. You have the Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands in the area of the good stuff. Eight of Wands can be a quick conclusion or a quick success. It can also represent good news coming in for you, so there definitely could be good news. Also, on top of that, with that Unfinished Symphony card at the beginning, if you're thinking about like finishing up a project, like presenting it to your boss or to your business or whatever, I think now would be a really good time to kind of like finish things up and see them through to the end. You have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is balance, of course. So I think with the Temperance card and the Two of Pentacles, balance is going to be very good for you. This is also about kind of planting seeds in a direction. I always say with the Six of Pentacles that if we think we want to start something, we just have to take that first step and see where it goes. If it grows, great, keep going. If it doesn't, stop and do something else. I also feel that some of you, it's clear to me that there could be a better financial opportunity coming in for you. You have the Page of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles in this card. So, it kind of looks to me like you're thinking about investing in something new financially, and this could be like a new job. Maybe you're thinking about going and looking for a new job. I think all that would be really good for you. It's funny, your opposite sign, Sagittarius, has been getting tons of stuff about work, and I always tell people, really, people always ask me, should I pay attention to my moon or my rising? I'm like, really, you should probably really be paying attention to your opposite sign. I think maybe that's a better sign to watch for people sometimes. And, again, it comes up for them, comes up for you. So definitely good energy. You have the Page of Wands. I kind of just feel like you feel more free. The Page of Wands is free to explore his enthusiasm. He's free to explore things in his life that excite him, that bring him fulfillment, or things that might bring him happiness. And that's more the feeling I get off of this card, is like you're entering into a time where you are more free to explore the things that make you feel happy or joyful. And of course, that is a good thing. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is teamwork, so we are definitely in a time of teamwork, and anything you can do to work together with other people would be a good idea. I kind of feel this reading is saying that you have to like put yourself on a pedestal, because we have this right here, this Poise card. She's being lifted up on a pedestal. This guy is standing up on a bench, and you also have the Emperor. So if you're going to be doing anything, I think that you have to put yourself first, or you have to be the leader, is what this reading is saying. It's like I wouldn't necessarily be entering into like work with people if they're going to take the lead. I think you are number one here, Gemini, and that's what you need to realize. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Devil. The Devil in the good stuff would say that something is not toxic. I kind of feel some of you, not really a love reading, but if you want love, you have the Ten of Cups here as well. So you could be getting into a situation with a person who is balanced or who is good. I also feel that some of you, of course, could just be removing yourself from the Nine of Swords, and that's why the Devil is coming up at the end. With the Page of Wands, what do you know? You have the Ten of Cups. You basically start and end with the Ten of Cups. Like I said, Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things happening after a difficult period of time. It can also represent blessings and just fun. You have this cat card. It says a two-faced friend. Mars retrograde. Mars goes retrograde at the end of the year. And so pretty much everyone gets a warning about Mars retrograde, especially this one because it's in Leo. So it really could be triggering people's like ego or people who have an ego. It could become worse. So I think the best thing to do with Mars retrograde is to ignore it. If you do anything with it, you're just going to look worse. So I would be careful of that. You have this moon card that says changes in your life. Didn't you have a card? Yeah, you have this card that says expect a powerful change. So definitely some big changes. You have this elephant that says a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. I think this is what you're finishing. You have that unfinished symphony card. It's like you're finishing a long journey that you've been on, and it's going to lead to a lot of knowledge and wisdom. You have this basket. It says recognition, reward for merit, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of recognition, receiving recognition for the work that you've done or receiving recognition for all that you've accomplished. So that looks good. You have the seahorse. It says family matters. Yeah, I feel there is definitely something going on with family, but it feels good. You have the Ten of Cups twice. So you could be healing things with the family with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords, or you could just be having more fun with your family. If you need to have more fun, I would say that I would, do things with family. Or if you don't have a family, or if you have like friends that you consider family, I would do things with them at this time because it could bring in a lot of joy. Again, this Two of Pentacles and the Temperance were really saying to me that the missing piece of the puzzle is kind of like fun, so I think you need to do more fun stuff because that you probably need to fill your fun bucket, right? But this looks pretty good here, Gemini. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.